Hello and welcome to the Dune Minute Podcast, your place to dive deep, minute by minute, into the cinematic adaptation of Frank Herbert's World of Dune. I'm one of your hosts, John.
And I'm Zach.
And we are back. It's just us this week.
Just us.
We are back. How are you doing?
John, I got to say something to you right off the bat.
What?
Thank you. This is a gratitude moment.
I've started editing the episodes.
You have taken up a little bit of the editing mantle as of late, and I greatly appreciate it. And I just want to let everyone know that I think it was the 10 episodes before our week with Alicia. That's the ones that you started with, and if they suck, it's your fault.
Fuck you. I'm gonna bare minimum ass edit all of these. No more presets for microphones. Both of us are going to be breathing super heavily into the mics from here on out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've listened to a number of them. They sound great. So I just thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Fuck you.
Okay. Well, you see, that's what happens when you try to show gratitude for your buddy doing something nice for you. He just says, fuck you.
Fuck you, you piece of shit. You lint liquor.
I'm doing well, man. I'm on the verge of a family vacation, leaving directly after our record session.
You have the packed up car. The golf clubs are in the fucking backseat.
Yeah, even though I'm not a golf fan, really.
It's an excuse to get away with your dad.
Exactly. Yep. So yeah, we're heading up to a big old water park in Tennessee. I don't mind saying that because these vacation will be long over by the time these episodes come out.
Yep.
So yeah, it'll be a fun. The whole family gets together once a year, and hopefully we can dodge politics talk all week.
That will not happen.
Well, we'll see.
There's protests in LA right now. That will not happen.
It's like there's just certain things that with any substantial group of people. You're never going to see eye to eye on everything, and politics and religion are some of the ones that are in my family. So we have been a lot better the past number of vacations of just all of us understanding, hey, in order for us to have a good time and people not get pissed,
let's just fuck up.
Yeah, let's just avoid those topics. We have plenty else in common. We don't have to always talk about that.
But yes, we are back for another week of the Dune Minute. We're talking about minute 65 through 66 today. And we're starting with a goon spitting some white stuff.
Yeah, we are. We're in media vomitus.
What a way to end with Alicia.
Yeah.
Last week, too. It's like that first little of the just puke stream.
Now, you know how I am with bodily fluids. Not the best.
Yeah.
So having to go through and watch this, I did not watch it frame by frame, but I did have to watch it a few times. Made me a little bit nauseous. Because this is disgusting vomit. It is like...
It's just straight white goop.
Yeah, it's milky, like thick, milky white projectile. This scene with the goons and the ornithopter, it's very, very much like the Saving Private Ryan, Band of Brothers, any kind of like classic, we are about to go into battle scene where the soldiers are just in the transports. We get one goon he looks at the guy that throws up and he's like, looks at him as like, almost like he's embarrassed.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, he's like, these fucking newbies out here.
I felt very much the same because like you see a bit of a human side to the Harkonnen soldiers because like up until this point they've been very just like goon number one, goon number two, no like real humanity to them or anything.
Yeah, just faceless villains basically.
Yeah, but now that you're like seeing some of the faces and you're seeing like the hesitation and the fear that they kind of have as they're like getting ready to barrel on, it's like, oh yeah, I guess they are people too.
We cut from the goons in the back to Raban in the cockpit area yelling open range, and then the pilot confirms range open. I like them maintaining sterile cockpit protocols.
Yep.
When I'm flying, it is if we ever have to transfer controls back from one person to the other, we do a your controls. The other guy confirms my controls, and then I confirm again your controls.
Just Squawk 7600. Your control.
76 is for your radio out. 75 is for hijacking.
Oh, okay. My bad.
75 taken alive. 76 radio nix. 77 gone to heaven because you're about to crash.
All right. Squawk 7700. Right aileron. Your controls.
Yeah, there you go. I saw this TikTok. I meant to send it to you, but
This guy wouldn't have a way of watching it.
I was going to download it and send you the video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it was just like a video of the cockpit, and the text on the screen said Squawk 75. It said Squawk 7500 about to meet my new friends.
No, you showed me that one at dinner the other night. Yeah.
So stupid. We get some Harkonnen language over the radio, and I guess they're just like scanning the distance for any signs of life because the bug-eyed pilot confirms life, Delta, Delta, Delta.
Yeah. Reminder, his helmet seats in the back of his eye sockets.
Yes. Very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to worry about it too long.
Well, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
So he says life, Delta, 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 and like refers to a specific direction, right?
Yep.
This makes me think like they must use some kind of different like compass system.
Yeah, because like where he's looking is like 2:00. So he, like in our environment as a non-pilot, I would assume you would say something 2:00 or whatever.
I mean, you would say like in that scenario, you'd say like northeast
or
east
whatever
northeast.
the like compass spits out.
Yeah, the actual radial degrees. You would say.
Yeah,
that could be something like 080, 0800 or something like that.
Yeah.
For whatever degrees that would be, but yeah, Delta, Delta, Delta doesn't really make much sense to me. So whatever system they're using is foreign for sure.
Well,
it's only 30,000 years of development.
But also, it's a stagnant universe, so
yeah.
Maybe it's like a thing where it's like, okay, so you have a clock, Greek letters on the clock, but then like you have delta, and then a layer out is delta delta, and then a layer out is delta delta delta.
Could be, yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? We'll never know. Until we get
I really want to try and get one of the writers on here and just like have a list of questions. Just be like, hey, look,
what do you mean by this?
What's all this?
Yeah. Well, we'll never do that, but that's fine. That'd be really cool if we could.
It'd be pretty great.
So
I never thought we would ever interview someone from the music team that works with Hans Zimmer.
Stranger things have happened for sure. The ornithopter banks hard to the right at this point.
And we get a shot inside of all of the soldiers just kind of lurching from the G-forces and everything. And I will remind you, because we talked about it last week, that was because of the weight of the Ornibee. Yeah. As they were shooting, they couldn't like have it on a gimbal or anything. So that was literally a 3, 2, 1, everybody lean kind of thing, which I just think is hilarious.
They Star Trek'd it.
Yeah. Except there was no guy in the background just like twisting a random, like...
Yeah, that's true.
Wheel that doesn't even exist.
Yeah, just adjusting technology.
Yeah.
We get an outside shot of the entire ornithopter group, flying in like a pattern, I guess, whatever, with themselves.
Very Apocalypse Now.
Very much so. And they do about a 90-degree turn to the right.
Which I'm sure on the inside would definitely cause a significant amount of G-force.
Yeah, it depends on the speed.
They didn't look like they were going slow.
No. When I've done those kind of like hard banking turns, I mean, you don't really feel it. If the craft is coordinated, you don't really feel it that much.
Sure, but you're also not in a giant bug suit either.
Yeah,
That you can't like probably get a good grasp of
Yeah.
stability inside of.
And I'm also flying in a Cessna 172 little shit box that does not go that fast.
I figured you already went and bought yourself an ornithopter.
Oh man, if only I had the Solari for it, I would do it. So they turn to the right towards this massive rock outcropping. And
I called it a mesa in my notes.
okay, yeah, that could work. I think long ago, towards the beginning of this movie, we talked about the differences between buttes and mesas and plateaus and stuff like that. To avoid the pet ants, I'm just going to call it a rock outcropping.
All right. Hashtag not a geologist.
Yeah, right. And we get to see a really cool thing that we don't see too often on the ornithopters. It's all of their like armaments and guns just like extend out of the fuselage, which is really cool. Because we've seen door gunners on them before, so firing from inside the ornithopter, and we've seen them shoot rockets, but we've never actually seen in detail the mechanisms where the rockets are held.
Sure. I think the only times that we've seen them shoot rockets was through Paul's like periscope as he's like viewing the destruction of harvesters from a distance.
Yeah, in this movie, we saw it in the first one with when Duncan makes his escape. He shoots off some rockets, but again,
Duncan,
very very dark at that moment, so we don't get to see a lot of details.
Yeah, Arrakis runs on Duncan.
But they fly right into the sun. They get some sun blindness, and I love
just the instant, like the fastest, coolest transition lenses in the world.
Yeah. His little HUD visor that I guess he's got on. Yeah, really, really cool stuff. Love that. Would love to have one of those in real life. Just not even like for flying, but just like I would like my car windshield to do that.
I would like my car rearview mirror to do that. So when a fuckboy in a like super lifted truck with the like Omega beams gets behind me, I don't just immediately like get my eyeballs eviscerated by like 10,000 lumens of LED light.
Does your rearview mirror not dim?
I can.
Okay.
But you know how people be sometimes.
Oh yeah, it's still bad. Mine has that look like
I just have a little switch on the underside and it just
okay. Gotcha. Yeah, mine will do it automatically, but it's like,
well, not all of us have the highest trim Subaru Outback, Zach.
well, fucking pay more, dude. So, bug guy, he gets into the sun. I don't think he has the problem of the sun getting in his eyes.
No, he seemed super nonchalant about it when his transition lenses ticked over like that. So.
Yeah, well, bug guy doesn't even have the transition.
He doesn't even have eyes.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, fair enough.
Remember, they plug into the back of the eye socket.
Gross. But he delivers a little bit of bad news here, and he goes, I've lost them. And which is not something that you want to see or say to Beast Raban here.
We see that Rabin also just shows us a little bit more about some of his, hobbies. He's really into, chiropractic work.
Sure.
Because he immediately just snaps the neck of the scouter.
Yeah. They're expendable, man. Who needs them, right? I was really excited that he kept his cool in this scene.
Yeah.
Rational,
very
response.
like measured and thought response to, all right, well, let's, keep scanning and like we'll take another pass over or whatever. No, just snap the neck, strike.
Yeah.
The other pilot's like, yes, my lord. And then we get back on the outside, a super cool shot of just all these missiles just like in a volley, just go nuts on the mesa and on the ground in front of it and everything. So much so that it like kicks up this massive dust cloud that's so thick that like even the fireballs can barely escape from it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I thought it was really cool to like have the lighting of the fire and the explosions like barely seep through the sand.
Yeah, it makes it like really orange outside.
Yeah. And our minute ends with the last couple frames of the minute of ornithopters beginning to, set down on the ground.
Right. Yep. So I don't have a lot of book notes for this week. There's some loose analogies to what happens here in the books. But I had to pull from like early on in the story.
Yeah.
It's, right after Jessica and Paul are exiled basically from the city. UA gives them this.
They're not killed.
They're not killed. They're just taken away. After they meet Duncan back out in the desert, he tells them there's some passages about the Harkonnens doing raids on certain rock outcroppings, and that's where he actually puts his shield out in the desert.
Yeah,
because they're using laser guns to carve up the desert, and they're
Sure.
not using missiles and everything, but they're using laser guns to carve everything up. And he puts his shield out to like maximum intensity and hides it. And it causes one of those atomic blasts, and that's where they go, okay, we cannot use lasers in the
Maybe
the
we'll
desert.
chill the fuck out for a second.
We're just going to use the old school kinetic weapons.
Yeah.
So that's really about the only analogy that I can find for this scene. The meeting of Raban and Paul in the books is a lot different, so it's just not going to be here.
Okay.
So, and that's really all my book notes for the week.
I will have art and soul notes for, I want to say it's Wednesday, maybe Thursday, but that's it.
Okay.
So I have nothing else.
All right, cool.
Well, that's going to do it for us today. But in the meantime, you can find us online. We are on Blue Sky at duneminute.com, and you can email duneminute@gmail.com if you'd like to get in touch with us that way as well. We'll be back tomorrow with another, probably shorter episode of the Dune Minute podcast, but we'll still be here. See you then.
See ya.